Welcome to another edition of Tom's Real Food Podcast. Today's podcast is part 2 of a campaign I'm involved with Out of Air, Freeze Now, Feast Later. We will be showing you exactly how to use these vacuum sealer bags to cook with and how to store your stuff in the freezer. Today is sponsored by Tommy Spice. Spice up your life with Tommy Spice. And this Wednesday's video, pepper steak. Let's get going to the video. But what are you waiting for? There you go, Out of Air. Click on it, order some bags. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Tom Garber, the Keto Cook. Today on Tom's Real Food Podcast, it is part 2 with Out of Air. All right, we are working together here to show exactly how I put up food. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm actually going to be blanching some broccoli. Look at that. Boy, that is beautiful. You've got to be real careful with it because I don't want to knock it around. But this is what I'm talking about right here. I will cut these up. I already have a pot on the stove with my steamer basket in it. And what I'll be doing is I'll be taking these and cutting these from here. All right. Also, I saved the stem. I'll cut the stem up and we'll put that away for soup. Because once it gets a little cooler, I hope soon, but I'll save that. That'll stay for a long time. We'll vacuum seal that. And we'll use that for soups and stuff like that. So, also today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cooking some pork tenderloin, and it comes 2 in a pack here. So, they were frozen already, so once I open this up, I have to cook 2 of them. Now, what do I do with the other one? Well, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to take it, I'm going to slice it up, put it into the vacuum sealer, and that's going to go into the freezer for another dinner. So I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do that also. If you can, please, click that link down below. It's a 10% off, and it's worth it. It really is worth it. This company here is phenomenal, okay? And the prices are, like I said, very consumer friendly. So throughout this video here on my podcast, I'm going to be showing you the link to get 10% off, and also the link how to get it and where to go. All right, let's get going here. All right, so this procedure is fairly simple. Just take your knife, okay, and go into and break them loose. Now these I'm going to break up, okay, because they're a little bit too big. But first I'm going to blanch them, okay. We'll steam them up. Just be careful. It's easier to steam them up this way, and then once we get to the time to bag them up, I will portion it out so that we have nice sized, bite-sized pieces of the broccoli. There you have it. This gets saved, okay, and I'll move on to the next one. All right, so there they are. I mean, it took a matter of seconds. Okay, I didn't want to put you through watching me cut broccoli, but there it is. They are the 3 stalks that I got. Now that is just about 3 pounds that I got, and it was I think it was like $1.29 a pound. So 3 pounds, it was well worth it. These I'll cut up, and like I said, they'll get vacuum sealed also. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up the steamer. Then we're going to steam them off, and then what happens is they get put into an ice bath, drain them real good, and then we will portion them out and put them into the vacuum seal bags for freezer. Also, I'm going to put some aside, and I'm going to saute them up for today for our dinner, and I'm going to make an extra batch with a lemon butter sauce with garlic, and we'll vacuum seal that and put that away for a quick. If we don't feel like cooking one day, we can pull it out, put it into a pot of water. That is going to be part of part 3 of my 3-part series of Out of Air vacuum sealer and how to cook, store, and freeze really easy. Okay, what I'm probably going to do here is I'm going to do this in 2 batches. Now, what I have here is I have a metal skewer, and I opened up the ring a little bit on it so we can grab this once it's cooking and pull the broccoli up out of the water. Now there is a little water on the bottom. This is salted water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start placing these in. Now you can just dump them in, but I don't, I like to have it a little bit more uniform. They will steam up together. That's why I'm leaving them roughly the same size, so they do blanch up nice. Okay, I got the water turned up. Now the whole time when I was cutting these, I had the water boiling to get it up to the steam. That sounds kind of crazy, don't it? We got to get it up to steam. Okay, so now we don't want to overdo it. And then Marie will be joining me, okay, to get this chilled down, and then we'll show you exactly how she prepares it and get it ready for the vacuum seal bag. This is fantastic, I'm telling you. You can't go wrong with it because, I mean, we're saving money. I mean, this can last, these right here can probably last up to a year in a vacuum seal bag. It's amazing. Okay, they are done. Just took a couple minutes. Let me get the hook here. It's like playing a game here. Fishing out the broccoli. Look at that vibrant green color. I mean, it is amazing. Okay. Get the hook out. Now, using the same water, because you know what? Nothing wrong with it. And now I'm going to place the other ones in. There again. These will have to be cut once we get ready to portion them because they are too big. The whole idea is to be meal ready, okay? So if you were to do this and serve that to somebody, it would be a little bit too much. So portion control is a must. And you know what? I'm just gonna, once I get them in here, then I can move them around. Move around a little bit better. Get up out of that bath. You don't want to be in that bath right there. Broccoli. Okay. Marie is helping me out right now. We just rinsed them off in some cold water. And now they're going to sit into some ice water. They'll get cooled off, and then Marie's going to put them on the tray. So, say hello, Marie.
Hello, Marie.
And they'll get air dried on that rack, and then from there we'll cut them up, portion them, and then we'll put them into the vacuum sealers. Pretty cool. Save a ton of money. Okay, as everything else is steaming and getting ready to start dinner, there they are right there. That is the stems. This will go in the freezer. You can write on the top of it what it is. And next time I make broccoli soup, or if I make an appetizer, maybe with some broccoli, I can make a sauce out of the stems. All right. Okay, we got a lot of activity going on right now between the two of us. Marie's cooling and splitting up the broccoli. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to give you a visual of it pretty soon. But I'm going to cut up these scallions right here, green onion. I'm sort of chunky because what I'm going to be making today is I'm going to be making a pork tenderloin with garlic, onions, and a green apple. This is fantastic. I'm going to add a little of oyster sauce to it. All right, fantastic. If you haven't tried this yet, you got to try it. Now the carb count might be a little high because this apple right here is probably just about 15 carbs. All right, but everything else is low carb, so I can deal with that right there. So the process is going to be I'm cooking 2 And bring this over here. 2 pork tenderloins, okay? Now, normally we just struggle to eat one, okay? So the whole idea of what I'm making here is I'm going to vacuum seal it, the other one. We're going to eat one, vacuum seal the other one, and freeze it for another date. Okay, so I'm going to peel up this Granny Smith. Now, Granny Smith apples, okay, are much better for somebody with type 2 diabetes, if you are going to be cheating, which I am cheating with it. But the whole idea is the carb count is less. So you can get away with, like I said, it's 15 carbs per apple. I'm not eating a whole apple. I'm just going to eat a couple little slivers from it. And I'm just going to cut this up here. I'm going to take the seeds out of them and then just chop it up so that it goes into... Take this core out of here. Now, normally I would just use the whole, what do you call it? I would just use the whole skin on, all that stuff like that. So, but you can take it off. Maria will take them seeds right there and put them in the ground. We had in North Carolina, we had a whole row of apples. I think we had 14 or 15 apple trees that were grown. So I'm going to cut this down. And we're going to get the pan going. We're going to get the pork started. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in these apples here. Let me get this off. Okay. And they get all chopped up. This is a great flavor. I'm telling you, I had this in New York City at a away from the tourist traps in an authentic, nobody spoke English in the place, and I tell you what, this was fantastic. Okay, let's get everything started. Okay, into the pan, a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna get that to where it's sizzling a little bit. I tell you one thing, these cast irons, they are heavy. You get some work out in it. But they're so interchangeable. I mean, this lid is from right here, this is from my Dutch oven. Now, this thing is old. Now, this was my grandmother's, and she was born in 1892. So, I don't know when she got it or whatever. And it's a Wagner. So, I don't know. Now, these are semi-frozen, so I'm going to put them in. Not going to fit. Wow. Okay, so guess what? Won't fit now. Now, once they shrink up, they're all fitting in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid on this, and we'll be back. Okay, we're getting ready to bag these up. Marie's going to put them in. I'm trusting her to portion them out for 2 of us. So each bag will be for 2. Now, I made 3 bags up ahead of time. So here's the nice thing about this right now. I'm not stuck with what is ever in there. If I'm just going to make it for myself, or if she's just going to make it for herself, then what we do is we can reseal it again. Because like I said, I do not put my vacuum sealer away. It is out. It's ready to go at any time I need it. So if you look at the vegetables, how nice. I mean, boy, the broccoli is so nice and green. Really, really nice. Okay, so there's 2 bags. I think maybe I might have to make another bag, huh? Boy, I tell you one thing, I wouldn't want to bet on it. All right, we're going to seal these up in a minute. Okay, set them into the vacuum sealer. This is a nice little tray right here. It just comes out so you can clean it. Pretty cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the bag up in here, drop that down. Like I said, be gentle with it when you put it in. voila, there it is. Okay, just a quick reminder of this green piece that's in here. It catches all the water that might be left in whatever especially if you're blanching something, okay? But that's how much water it took out of them 3 small bags. So you make sure that you dry it out real good, air dry it as much as you can, but always check that trough right there and make sure there's no more liquid in it. And that's a good feature, really good feature. I haven't seen it in any other vacuum sealer like that right now. Okay. Okay, into the saute pan. Add a little bit of olive oil. A small amount of garlic. You know what? I need a little bit more. Now I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to put some lemon juice in. It was squeezed a little while ago. I'm just going to let this cook down a little bit. Now, at this point, you can add in some pepperoncino, hot pepper flakes, a little bit more garlic. This is also going to cool off. We're also going to put this in a vacuum seal bag for another dinner. Okay. Today what I'm making is I'm going to be making the pork with the garlic, onions, and the apples. I'm going to do that in this pan right here once I get done with the broccoli. And that's all I'm going to eat, because I'm going to tell you, it's super hot out here in Vegas. It's kind of crazy. Alright, so as you can see, they're starting to char up a little bit. It's what I want. I'm going to add in a little bit more butter to it, because you want that buttery, lemony, garlic taste. There's nothing better than that right now. Okay. Okay, so I mean, you know, if you get real busy, don't have time to cook up a nice dinner for your family, whatever, you can do this a lot bigger. I'm just doing this portion control for me and Marie. Now we'll split that in half. On the ketogenic lifestyle, we don't eat a lot of food, and that's what I'm trying to get through people's to understand is the less you eat, or the better quality of food that you eat, okay, the more you stay full. Okay, that's it. Okay, now we're going to take, Marie's going to take the broccoli and put it into the bag. Now this is already cooked, so this is for another meal that is going to go along with the pork. So we're going to show you in a minute that inside the bag itself we put in a nice knob of butter, okay? And then what we'll do is we'll take this, it's nice and cool. You see the olive oil, the garlic, the lemon that's in there. This is also a great taste that it has. We'll put that in. Now that'll be enough for the both of us. You can make it as big as you want if you have a big family. There you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, and I'm going to seal it up, and then we're going to do the meat. Okay, here we have right here, what we made was the broccoli sauteed with some lemon, juice of 1 lemon, also some garlic, and then I added in the butter, and I added an extra tab of butter in it. Now what will happen with this one is we will heat up some water, or it can be done in a microwave. In the water, get the water boiling, shut it off, just drop this in, and it'll warm it up, open it up, and serve it. That's how easy this stuff is. Also we have here the broccoli. Now they're right there, there are 2 servings in each bag, so I got 1, 2, 3 bags of that. Also we saved the stems, and that's going to be for soup or for some kind of dipping sauce we can make later on, like cheese and broccoli, a little nice dip in there, and also what's left of the pork tenderloin. Now, what I can do with this is take this out, slice it up, or leave it whole like that. It's portioned out for one per person. And there it is, too, for future use. Okay. Put that over there. Now, if you never had this, please give it a shot. It is fantastic. Simple. You can use regular onions. I like to use green onions. My beloved garlic. And this is a green Granny Smith apple. What a flavor it gives it. Okay. So if you remember back in the day, when you were younger, we used to have pork chops and applesauce. Okay, and that became a staple. Everybody did it. Everybody made it different ways with different types of applesauce. But these are chunky. It's going to give a nice flavor. And I'm going to be using I like oyster sauce. I mean, it is really good. You can use it. It don't have to be just an Oriental stuff. You can put it on just about anything. I made a meatloaf with it one time. Boy, it was fantastic. Now, you don't need a lot. There again, it's 2 carbs per tablespoon, and that's probably less than a tablespoon. I'm just going to add a little color to it. Come on, baby. All right, there again, like I've been talking about, this is for Out of Air. This is a campaign that they asked me to join them with, and I'm happy to do it. I use their product exclusively, okay? And the only reason why I do is because it's a great company. It's a young company, okay? And I like to see people get ahead, okay? And they offer a great product. I mean, these bags are fantastic. Like I said before, I used to use a little bit of cheaper grade of bag. Didn't hold up, okay? You move around in the freezer, you might, everything gets really hard in there. And the other bags that I used to have, they would break. And then next thing you know, I go in there, so all my efforts of prepping it, putting it into the freezer, was for nothing, because guess what? Freezer burn, and especially with the meats. Boy, that really ticked me off. I'm going to add just a little bit of water in here. Okay, shut it off. All right, slicing this pork up. You want to do this as thinly as you possibly can, okay? Now, pork tenderloin is super tender to begin with, so you just want to get the pink out of it. I'm old school when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'd rather be safe than sorry with it. Especially coming from the restaurant business, you do not want to undercook pork in a restaurant. I mean, that's a no-no. Okay, so this is going to get cut all up. I'll bring you back when it's all done. And then we're going to put that into the pan with the garlic, onions, and Granny Smith apple. This is going to be fantastic. And the rest I'm going to cut up, put it into the vacuum seal, and that's for next time. That'll be all for part 3 of my campaign with Out of Air vacuum seal bags. Let me get the next one going. Into the pan, adding in the pork. Now I'm also going to add in some of the tablespoon or so of the oyster sauce. Now you could use just plain soy sauce, okay? You can use liquid aminos. There's a whole host of this stuff that you can use. I particularly like this a lot, so okay. Now also you could use cauliflower. It's, to make it look like rice. It's cauliflower, it's not rice, but yeah, you can do a whole host of stuff with this. We're going to get ready to plate this, and then I'll slice up the other pork, vacuum seal it, and we'll be getting ready for part 3 of the Out of Air Boy, this is fantastic. And give it a whiff. Oh, that smells good. Okay. Into the middle of the plate. Add some of the pork. Now, I made a nice little gravy on the bottom, okay? And now I'm going to top it off with this star of the show. Granny Smith's green apples. I ain't going to sing, that's for sure. But there you go. Add a little green onions to the plate. Well, there you have it right there. That is pork tenderloin with Granny Smith apples, garlic, also green onions, and a little bit of oyster sauce. Put a little bit of water in there, made a nice little gravy, and that's dinner. So there you have it. This is part 2 of Out of Air campaign to show people exactly how the bags work, how I use them, how I store my food, and we'll see you next week for part 3.